thank you for coming down. It's like a 1 hour drive, and thanks to your buddy Lionel for getting you down here. And what we wanted to do is just go over, I've got your logbook here.
Yes.
And I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about your background history, and then we'll kind of go in a bit into your training and then on to your combat tour.
Right.
I've done a lot of bomber crew interviews, and yours is a very interesting crew, so I wanted to get into that. But tell us a little bit about yourself, when you were born and raised in Calgary, and just tell us a little bit about your up to your teen years.
Yes, I was born in the North Hill in Calgary, called it Capitol Hill then, and there was very few houses up there. It was just my brother and my sister and myself, older brother, older sister. Before the war, I'd never really been anywhere, just to kind of come out of the boondocks. And my father, he was a veteran of the First World War, must have been a bush soldier, because he got into this Second World War in the engineers and ended up overseas before me and my brother. He was in the army, and they both left early. My mother was alone, so she wanted me to stay. My sister had to work away from home. So I leery and leaving her, but I finally thought, well, I'm going to have to go in the service. I don't want to go in the army. I didn't want to be in the mud, so I tried for the Air Force, and I had to go back to school. They sent me to a pre-enlistment school in Edmonton for 3 months to bring my schooling up. I'd been out of school for a while. I hadn't gone that far in school. Grade 10 was the most I had. And so they got me up to where they thought I knew what was going on. And then that was pre-enlistment school. Then I went into Manning Depot. Well, we first went to Lake MacDonald, gunnery school at MacDonald, and
That's in Manitoba.
that was in Manitoba, outside of Portage la Prairie. And it was in the winter, and it was the coldest spot in the world.
Yeah. Well, we know about Manitoba in the wintertime.
We slept in our flying suits. It was so cold. We had a fellow supposed to be looking after the furnaces. They were cold fed, but he was one of the guys around there. He was more interested in a drink than he was in keeping us warm. So he'd wake up in the morning covered the coal dust, freezing.
Wow.
So, and
So now, McDonald, and you were there flying, and now is this where I have a photo of a ferry battle?
yes,
And
ferry
that's-
battles.
That's from your photo album, and we'll show that to the people.
Right,
And so you started out on ferry battles.
ferry battles.
And
They did take us before that. They took us in an Anson around the countryside and showed us a few things.